morning and Happy New Year and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to
Happy New
another
Year.
of our episodes live. Thank you, everyone, for being here in the third day of the year already. Wow. Can you believe it? It's already 3 days in January, right? But still feels fresh, feels new, right? Oh, true. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time, I don't know about you, but the new year often looks a lot like the old one, right? It's a new one, but looks exactly the same. We have same responsibilities, same daily routine, same dreams that are waiting quietly in background, and maybe you do something, maybe you don't. So actually, that's what I want to talk today, not about resolutions and, chasing goals, more about identity and how, if we want to change in the new year, maybe we change something and we start with ourselves, right? Before we change our schedules, before we change our bank accounts, who we want to be, who we want to become into this new year, and how maybe we'll change ourselves. So I'm Dana. I'm your host, as always, coming live from Ontario, Canada, originally from Romania. I'm an IT manager, still working my full-time job. And also I have my online business, and like everyone here. And we are coming here live to share from our business, from our experience. And for those of you watching us, please put in the comments where you're watching us from. We are curious to know. We are global and would like to see which part of the world you are watching us from. And as always, I'm not alone here, so blessed to have a lot of business partners with me. Happy to share a bit of their time and their story with all of us. So let's do a quick round of intro. Sita, good afternoon and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you all. I am so excited. I can't believe it's 3 days in 2026. Last year, which is 3 days ago, it's like long time ago. I'm so privileged and I'm glad to be on this platform. Thank you so much, Dana. I am Sita. I am a mom and a nan as well. I live in the UK with my family, originally from Zimbabwe, but I have been in this country, UK, more than my own country. So I understand this country more than my own. And I'm also a proud digital business owner. Thank you so much. Ngingusithabile ngivela eZimbabwe, ngingumama olabantwana, ngihlala e-UK le family yami, and sengihlale lapha ukwedlula elami ilizwe. But anyway, ngiyakuthanda njalo ukuthi ngibe lapha. Ngingunurse as a profession and also a proud digital business owner. Thank you. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Sita. And staying in Europe, good afternoon and Happy New Year, Rita. Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dana. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. I want to appreciate first Ms. Dana for always having me here. It's a great privilege to be here, and also to see this beautiful business partners and handsome business partner as well. It's also another great privilege. So to those that do not know me, my name is Rita. I'm a mom to a beautiful daughter, a Nigerian from Benin City, Edo State, but I'm based in Spain. I'm a telephone banking agent and a proud online business owner. Hola, buenas tardes, buenos días, buenas noches, desde donde nos estén viendo. Me llamo Rita, soy nigeriana y llevo muchos años aquí en España. Pues estoy aquí para ofreceros una gran oportunidad online. No os vayáis porque traemos una gran sorpresa. Obama bowe obota ken wariria jami Nigeria yeno bia yeno digba. Mabere diane obi edo pataki mehi okpeni megi are Spain. Iware wege ni marie the opportunity online na ni maridiana. Yoni waka bon yeno je. Nwa pa ken wariria je because ma me surprise ma harie nwa. Wa pa kakabo. Stay tuned. Thank you so much, Miss Dana. Back to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rita. And now coming back to North America, USA. Good morning, Mafe, and Happy New Year.
Morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year, wherever you are right now. And good morning, good evening, wherever part of the world you are. My name is Mafe, and I'm originally from Iloilo, Philippines. And I'm staying here in Arizona for about 9 years already, and I work in manufacturing for about 8 years. And I'm a mama, a wife and a stepmom to a 16 years old son. And I'm a proud digital entrepreneur. So magandang umaga sa inyong lahat, magandang gabi kung saan man kayong dak ng mundo ngayon. Kung kayo nanonood ngayon sa amin o nanonood ng replay, catch us up and stay tuned for more information about our journey as a digital entrepreneur. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Mafe. And now going all the way to Pretoria, where it seems it's dark, but the internet is working, and we are blessed and thankful for that. John, good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Dana and the team. Good afternoon and Happy New Year to you. Oh, yes, I'm in the dark. There's been a huge thunderstorm, so power has been cut. But yeah, I am the power of internet and Wi-Fi. You can do anything at anywhere as far as your phone is on. So thank you so much for connecting with us. My name is John, originally from Ghana, but based in Pretoria, South Africa, as a color maker and technical analyst in the paint industry. Originally from Ghana, as I said. And you know, many Ghana for Mimamo Fishapa, the Asempan Ebremo say, Afisi say no, Nanyama Assisa, na yehu the power of internet niama eye netumi asesa ya brabo nti anwumre sa o hwe ya fe nije ni a ahosepe na fetie ni ebeka na yehu ankasa obehu sampa niama asesa e wo online space na ebetumi ama wa brabo ayeye. Thank you so much, Nana. Much appreciated.
Thank you, John. And through the power of the internet from Pretoria, we are back to Canada. Bantika, good morning and Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Yes, very good morning to everyone and Happy New Year to all of you and whoever following us. So my name is Abantika. I live in Toronto, Canada for almost 18 years, but originally I'm from Kolkata, India. I'm a full-time employer with the government, and at the same time, I'm also a proud digital business owner. At the same time, I'm also a mom and a wife. And I'm very glad that today I'm sitting here with all these beautiful ladies and the gentlemen here as a part of this business community. We are going to talk about this more, so stay tuned. And in my own language, Namaskar, Amar Nam Abantika, Ami Bangali, originally Ami কলকাতা ইন্ডিয়া থেকে, কিন্তু আমি থাকি টরন্টো কানাডাতে 18 বছর। আমি এখানে একজন সরকারি কর্মরতা, কিন্তু তার সাথে আমি এই অনলাইন ডিজিটাল বিজনেসটা করছি অ্যাজ মাই প্ল্যান বি। আপনারা যদি কেউ আপনাদের কাজের সাথে এই কোনো বিজনেস চালু করতে চান, যার জন্য আপনাদের কোথাও যেতে হবে না, ঘর থেকেই শুধুমাত্র ইন্টারনেট কানেকশন থেকেই করতে পারবেন, তাহলে এটা আপনাদের সকলের জন্য প্রযোজ্য। যদি কেউ উৎসুক থাকেন আমাকে মেসেজ পাঠাবেন, আমি আপনাদের এই বিষয়ে আরো বিস্তারিত বিবরণ দেব। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। ব্যাক টু ইউ, Dana.
Thank you, Bantika. And last but not least, going a bit to Texas. Why not? Janetta, good morning and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Ms. Dana. Good morning and Happy New Year, everybody. And to those who are watching live and for those who are going to watch the video later on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm greeting you from San Antonio, Texas. I am Janetta McNeil, and I'm a registered nurse originally from South Africa, living in the United States for 5 years exactly. And I'm also a proud online business owner, and I am so grateful to be in this new year. Goeiemorgen, goeiemiddag, goeienaand elkeen. Ek is Janetta, oorspronklik van Suid-Afrika. Ek is 'n geregistreerde verpleegster wat nou in Texas bly. Ek is ook 'n aanlyn besigheidseienaar. So as jy wil meer weet en wil leer hoe om 'n aanlyn besigheidseienaar te word, sit terug, luister na wat ons nou vir julle te sê het vandag. En terwyl die jaar nog nuut is en jy het 'n plan om 'n beter lewe te lei, sit terug, luister, drink 'n bietjie koffie of tee en laat ons vir julle inligting gee waar jy kan begin en hoe jy kan begin. Back to you, Dana. Thank you.
Thank you, Janetta. Oh, I love all these languages. I know it makes these lives a bit longer, but I love hearing all the languages and knowing that for those of you watching us, maybe some of you like me, you don't understand all of these languages, but I think it's still important because it's part of who we are, who each of us are. And it's important to show that we are global. We are people coming from different parts of the world, and we are all still doing the same business successfully. And talk about the business. What is this online business? What are we doing with this business? Well, we help people launch their own online business, right? We've been helped when we started, and when we are here to give it back. And how we are able to do it? Well, using the same proven system is designed to work for anyone. As you can see, all of us here, regardless of the skill set, the age or location where you are, if you have the power up or down, the business is still working. And think of it like an online franchise, right? You get everything you need. You get the training, you get the tool, you get the support. Very important. You get the support while you still maintain the full control of your business. You are your own boss. You decide how to register the business, depend on which country you are. You know, you may have different options. At the end of the year, you do your taxes, you do pay your due, or you get some deductions, which is another good thing, right? But it's a proven system, right? It's a platform that combines automation, combines amazing advanced marketing training, because everything is done through the power of social media. So as long as you have an internet connection and a phone or a laptop, you can run the business from wherever you are. And the best part is the process is very simplified. So even for total beginners, you can get your business running in just a week or a couple of weeks. And then as you learn, as you grow your business, you can start earning. So you don't have to, study, go to school, do whatever course for a couple of years or months, and then start the business. No, you can get it running very quickly, and then start earning as you learn. And as I mentioned before, beyond the tools, the automation, the most important part, I think, of this business is the fact that it comes with a very active community. It comes with your own mentor, right? So each of us here, we are mentor. If for those of you watching, if you want to start the business, one of us will be your mentor, right? Depending on which page you are watching from. And then you get a coach. You get to be part of this very lively community. So if you are curious, reach out to us. We are here to help you, and we'll be there to support you as you grow on your business. But let's talk about how you can start a business into 2026, right? And how you can make this year different. Because as I said at the beginning, it's a new year, but a lot of the time it feels like it's just the same. It's same you, it's same us that are going into new year, and nothing changes unless you really make an effort to change, right? And we all know it's not easy to change. So, Sita, if I can ask you to share with us, what inspired you to start this business in the first place, to start building something for yourself, right? I don't know if it was beginning of a year when you started, but what inspired you to say like, hey, I want to start something new?
Thank you so much, Dana. It's quite an interesting topic that when I think about it, I keep asking myself why. But I've been that sort of person that always wanted to earn an income on the side, something that I had control of. But since I came to this country in Europe, I realized that I never had any opportunity to do that. And I've always worked for somebody. I didn't have any control of that. And there came a point in my life when I realized that I was giving so much to others, but not myself, especially my time, my energy, my strength, and still feeling stuck. I couldn't move or do anything. I was tired of being tired, feeling so limited, and tired of waiting for permission from other people, and so tired of pouring everything except my own dreams. That's when I realized that I needed to build something for myself, something that I'll give myself freedom and options, that I needed to do something. When I found this business, it gave me everything that I was looking for, because in this business, I've managed to meet up with people in this community, people that will never judge me, people that will support me in everything I do. If we go to our workplace, we just work. We need to do the work and get paid at the end of the month. Nobody cares about anybody because everyone goes there to just do their work. But when we are in this business, you've got that freedom and flexibility, and also to ask other people in something that you don't understand, which is different from our workplace. This is what I've always loved in my life, that has given me what I always wanted. And it's given me that opportunity to earn extra income without anyone telling me when I'm going to get paid. This is what I loved about this business, and this is what inspired me to start something that I'll call my own and be able to give it away to my family, to my children, because our professions will never give them to our families. We never share them to any other generation. So this is the best business that has given me something for me. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Sita. Yes. You got inspired to start, and now you are here to inspire others, right? What more beautiful than that? And it's a reason for all of us, right, to wake up, to have some passion that you discover that, you know, makes you wake up in the morning and be happy, be blessed to be able to help others, not only your direct family, right, not only yourself, but be able to help others, to inspire others to make a change in their life. Although we all know, and they keep saying that it's not easy. It's not easy to get outside of your comfort zone, right? It's a new year. We make goals, we make promises, and then when the new year starts, it's like, it's so hard to suddenly change something and to get out of your routine, right? So, Rita, beginning of the year, if you look back at the version maybe before you started this journey, how would you describe that version compared with this beautiful smiling Rita? I'm sure you are beautiful and smiling before too.
Oh, I love this question. Thank you so much, Miss Dana, for always bringing us that question that touches you. You know, you read it and you say, "Wow, this is for me." So this question, I used to be that kind of person before I joined this online venture. I used to be that kind of person that is always thinking negatively. I always think negative. You know, when you are in that storm, when you are in that challenges, you start thinking, what kind of life am I living? What kind of situation is this? You'll be thinking you cannot get out of that situation anymore. But you know what? I said I want to change that mindset. Okay. We always talk about mindset. But back then I was not used to doing my mindset. My mindset was not as strong as this. Now that I'm into this online venture. So back then, anytime, we are immigrants, right? In this abroad that we are. Most of the time, our people call us for help, mostly for financial help, even though we are still there talking and talking, but most of the time is always for financial help. And during that period, before I joined this online business, whenever I heard something like that, I always feel bad. I always feel so negative, thinking I will never achieve anything at all because I am seeing my job as the only source of income. And there is no other way that I can get another source of income. So later on, I say, this has to change. You just sit down one day and you say, I want to change my situation. And that is what I did. And I still remember my origin, where I come from. I always say this every time. I'm from a very poor home and I don't want to die poor. So that one also inspires me more, just like our beautiful business partner said. So it also gives me that mentality of I'm from a poor home. That period of time before I joined this online journey, I'm from a poor home. Is this how I'm going to be? I'm going to be living for the rest of my life? But you know what? That mentality changed a few years later. And when I saw this business, anytime I'm into any storms and all, my mindset changed. I start thinking positively, no matter what. I say I'm getting out of this. I'm getting out of this, because so many testimonies I've heard about this business, and later on, despite the challenges and all that people were facing before they started earning that 6-7 figures in this business, I said I'm getting out of this. my life changed completely. Not that I'm not still passing through the storms. I'm still passing through the storms, but the way I see them now is not a different case, because I know I'm working towards progress. I'm not working towards anything anymore. I'm not working for someone else. I'm working for someone else. I'm still working for my life. That difference is there. You are not only working for anybody anymore. You are working for yourself. And that is the changes that came to my life since I joined this online business. And it has been an amazing change ever. And whenever I see people talking negatively, it has also helped me to set boundaries. This time around, we know how to set boundaries now. We don't listen to naysayers anymore. I don't listen to naysayers anymore, because it's like my life. I felt like reborn. You reborn yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. That is how I feel now after joining this business. And this is what I have to say. I have a lot more to say, but because of time, I will just leave it now. Thank you so much, Ms. Dana. Back to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rita, for sharing. Yes, very hard to get out of that. You always been doing that. Your family has been doing that, and you feel like sometimes there is no way that you'll be able to get out of that circle. But you can, and it's not easy. We are not here to say it's easy, but at the same time, it's not that hard, because it all starts with you. You have everything you need to get started, right? And it's all about the mindset and what goes into your mind. And a lot of the time, it's ourselves who are stopping from moving forward and getting out of that circle, right? Mafe, if I ask you, what kind of doubts or fear almost stopped you from taking the first step? Because I'm sure you had your own share of doubts and fears, right?
Yeah. Before this, I'm so grateful about this business. So thank you, Dana. Before I started this business, my biggest fear is myself. I've been working for over 20 years and just living paycheck to paycheck, always tight at every month. And I thought that would be my life until I retire. I'm introvert shy. I didn't have big network, and I have tried businesses before that it didn't work. So I use it as my personal consumption only. So I kept telling myself, maybe this isn't for me. So when my cousin introduced this digital business to me, I was curious, but also at the same time doubtful, because I was scared of failing again. And honestly, I was also scared of getting my hopes up and being disappointed again. But then I realized staying stuck and just getting by was worse than trying one more time. Then my husband and I talk about it, and he told me this is my last business. As it's like an ultimatum. This is your last business, okay? And to tell you, I didn't start because I felt ready or doubt. I started because I was tired of settling or the same tight budget and the same stock routine every month all the time. So I'm grateful, but because I'm seeing results from this business, I went out of my comfort zone because of this. I was able to do this business. I don't have to go do demos or door to door. So to those watching right now and who's gonna watch the replay, if you can relate to my journey, give yourself permission to try again. You'll never know if this is the right moment until you take that first step. Thank you, Dana.
So inspiring, Mafe. Thank you so much. Yes, and for those of you watching, it may look scary to be, like we do right now live, and I'm sure even for Mafe, like looking back when you started thinking that you'll be able to ever do this alive, probably wasn't in the books for you.
Yeah.
But as you start the business, as you grow, you start doing things that it felt very uncomfortable before. Now suddenly they become more easier to do. Although you can do this business with, those faceless accounts, right? And social media, there are a lot of people who, for different reasons, want to show their face. You can still run the business. It's maybe different type of people that you reach. You'll have to have a bit different strategies, but you can still do a business regardless, whatever it fits, right? It's your business. You decide how you approach it, and you'll find a way, because you have the system, you have a support team around you, and if you bring your mindset, if you bring your clear vision, goals of what you want to achieve, there is nothing to stop you. And John, let's talk a bit about, Mafia shared about her, doubts and her fears when started. How about when you don't feel ready or when you don't feel confident enough? How you keep moving, right? Because you started, but you're not ready. And now maybe it's hard to move forward because you still don't feel confident enough. What's your, for those watching us, share with us, how did you move forward when you are not really ready, maybe?
Thank you. Thank you very much for the question. I appreciate it. I think it hits home, not only for me, but I think many of the people who are also silently watching our journeys and following us. It comes a time when everyone gets to that place. And for me, what helped me at the time was with our training system. This training system, even the beginning, the introduction of it, just lifts you into a new level with a new mindset, telling you that you are in a new place. You need to prepare yourself for transformation. And that helped me to calm down and take also the lessons, which I think we are in a world where we are so busy and people feel overwhelmed. That's why others even don't want to think of having their own online business. But with the simplicity of our training system, whereby it's short video based, it helps me. Sometimes I'll be busy, but as machine is running, I can even check something on the phone and understand what I need to do. And those help me a lot. And also, we are in a business where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are people who are killing it in the online industry, and all you need, I did, was to go to their pages, to check their journeys, and be able to replicate what they are doing. And that has helped me to gain the confidence and also to help me to build my muscles, which I'm still doing on a daily basis. And I think one other thing that was a biggie for me was at the beginning, because you needed money to start a business. And it wasn't a bit easy, but I told myself that this is what I've been looking for all along. And there are other online programs I've followed for years that I'd wanted to join. And because the prices were too much, and also you needed to pay something every now and then, this was a once-off, and it was a fraction of that. You pay once off, you have the freedom and also the peace of mind to build your business any way you want, anyhow. And that has helped me a lot going forward. So I believe wherever you are in the world, if you are watching us 2026, it's exciting. We all blew the cricket and we all shouted and all that, but this is the third day. And if you are watching us, that means there's a lifting coming your way. Connect with us. Know that these are all professionals who dare to dream. And today we are doing it. We may not have the millions to blow out. It's not all the reason we are here. Some of us genuinely want to help everyone out there because the rat race is becoming so much. And with the fear of AI, it's about time that we take a second look and say, hey, something is really happening. Because millennium back came, we thought computers are going to be done away. And today, it is what is running the world. That means it is time to join the online revolution. Thank you so much. I really appreciate being here. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, John. Yes, the training, right? It will help you. And being surrounded with people who are kind of in the same mindset and in the similar journeys with yourself, it will help you move forward. Even if you don't feel ready, if you don't feel confident, if you feel like, hey, maybe my GPS is wrong, it's not going as fast as I was hoping to go, right? But you have people around you and you look in the left, you look in the right, and you see different journeys, right? Because we are all using the same system. We all follow the same, but each journey is different and it's fine, right? And we keep saying that, enjoy the journey, because it's part of who you are and who you'll become. And the journey will change you more than reaching the destination. And yes, definitely with technology, this is the best time to start something and to push yourself to get yourself out of the comfort zone, right? Because maybe 10 years ago was the best time to start something online, but the technology was not really there. Maybe people like me were able to do it, but someone with no skills was much harder. Nowadays, you just talk with your phone and your phone is doing for you whatever you need, right? It's telling you where to go, what to buy, what to do. So you almost have to not think at all, just learn how to ask good questions. I think that's a very good skill that we all have to learn on how to do it. And start with asking yourself the good question, right? What you want from yourself this year, what you wanted different. And then maybe make a change, maybe take that first step. And we are all here to show you that one first step that can be very easy. As John said, right? There is no monthly fee, there is nothing. It's a free session that you can start with, and then it's a one-time payment. Decide to take it further and trying for yourself. And then depending on your strategy, you can start your business. So it's just easy as that. 1, 2, 3 steps, very easy. Avantika, talking about asking the right question, how do you approach setting new goals for new year differently maybe this year than previous years?
Thank you, Dana. Yes, that's a wonderful question, and I love that. I would say for that, definitely after joining this digital online business, my focus has changed now. Like before, I used to set up like a goal setting for the new year, maybe sitting on 31st December, and that used to look like it's so big that sometimes it was a kind of not even manageable. But now what I find out that in this new year, I now mostly focus on the system and the habit. So that means instead of focusing purely to a very end goal, which is probably achievable only at the end of the year, now I used to make it more like a micro goal, which is more manageable. And that's why I even this year I set up my goal so that I can do like a quarterly review. That means maybe I set up a smaller goal, which I put a date, which is probably going to be after 3 months. And then again for next 3 months, another goal. So in that way, I feel like that is more manageable and that will help me to progress more, being consistent and focus on that specific goal. And other than this, I would like to say that apart from this, prioritizing the mental and the emotional health is also very important because we have to balance everything. So we have to balance our work-life balance. So that's why it looks like that recognizing that a healthy mind is typically a prerequisite for achieving our goals. And at the same time, I would also like to say that embracing a good enough attitude, that means we have to shift away from a perfectionism, that there is not any perfect time to achieve a goal, or maybe, for example, to go live, right? Like there is not really any perfect time. We have to create that moment. So that's why we have to always try with a smaller thing, because this imperfect action sometimes help us to go, a better way rather than waiting for a perfect time. So these are the strategy basically I'm using this year in order to, my goal settings for this new year, 2026. And I hope that helps the others. Thank you, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Avantika. And yes, we learn goal settings as part of this business. Can you believe that? Because yes, we have more than training about how to run a business. And also, I think John mentioned, right? At the beginning of the business, one of the first training chapters is about the mindset, on how you need to shift the way you look at things, the way you set goals, the way you attack things, and the way you want to achieve things. And it's a lot about the mindset more than the technical skills on how to do ABC, right? Because we don't have to have everything figured out. You don't need the perfect confidence. You don't need anyone's permission. You need to be curious and willing to take that one small step. That's all it takes. And it's much easier to do that when you are surrounded by people who've done that or who are in process of doing the same thing. So that's why we are here to share with you and to show you that being part of this community makes everything much easier to try new things. And then once you try one thing, then the second time when you have to try another new thing, it's much easier. And you don't have to overthinking and you don't have to feel ready. You just go and try it. So Janetta, for those of people that are watching us and they are still hesitant to take that first step, what advice would you have to wrap it up?
Thank you, Madana, because I believe maybe some of us here were hesitant before we started this business. But, you know, what I can say is that hesitation is not common. Like I said, most of us, especially when you want to start something new, you are hesitant before you jump in. And it doesn't mean that you are not capable of doing the things. It's just that you want to protect yourself. Okay, it usually means that you care. And to be honest to our audience is that readiness comes after you take a step into what you want to do and not before. Most people wait for confidence. They wait for clarity, what all this is all about, and for the perfect timing, but that will never come. Confidence grows when you have started and when you learn about the new venture that you are taking on. Clarity comes with what you're going to learn throughout the process. And the perfect time will come when you know something about the business, not before then. So those things will only take place when you start that new venture and not when you are in your comfort zone, thinking or dreaming, I want to become this, I want to become that, but you don't take any steps. So you have to move into the direction that you want to go for all the confidence and the clarity and the timing. It will not be perfect from the beginning, but it will get better along the way. So the first step is about, it's not about figuring things out, because you will not figure things out while you are in your comfort zone. You will start figuring things out along the way. And it's about for you being willing to learn, because any job that you're going to start, any profession that you're going to start, you will never know anything from the beginning. You will learn as you are going along, because you have the desire in what the new direction that you are taking. I wanted to become a nurse, so I had to learn everything pertaining to a nurse. I wouldn't have learned anything just dreaming, I want to be a nurse, but I don't take the steps. So take the small steps, get started, even though you are scared, and start, even though it will be imperfect from the beginning, because you don't know what the new venture entails. So it will be imperfect. So take that one decision, take one action at a time, but you have to take that one step, okay, in that direction. Let me also remind you that staying where you are is also a decision, because you decide, I'll stay here because it's comfortable and I don't have to expose myself to something that may harm me. Okay, so, but that comes at a cost, especially if you have dreams to accomplish something, dreams that I want to change my life. So the decision not to take action comes with a price. So ask yourself which discomfort you are more willing to live with. The discomfort of trying something new, or the discomfort to stay stuck where you are. Because, you know, when you are hesitant in taking a step, it keeps you stuck and you will not be able to move forward in the direction that you want to better your life. Finally, especially with this business, you know, other businesses, when you start something, you will be alone, unless maybe you have your family members around you that will help you. But with this business, when you start, there will always be people with you. You will not start it alone. You will have guidance because all of us here, we are mentors, maybe some are coaches, so you will never be alone. You will have the guidance to do this business. And you will also have a whole community around you to help you, to help you remain positive, on track, and focus. So you will not be alone. And you will have a clear path because, as John has alluded to, that you will have a training system in place that will help you what steps to take, one thing after the other. You will not be lost. We don't like to use the word lost, but you will not be where you don't know what to do next, because you will have a training system that will help you step by step. So when you start something new, maybe most of the time you will not believe in yourself whether you will do this business or whether it will succeed. But you know what? Borrow the belief of others, especially if you think this business I'll be able to do, but from the beginning you're not sure whether you will succeed. Borrow the belief of others, those who has gone before you. And also, as you grow, confidence will grow. As you become better in the business, you will learn to know the business, and you will learn faster. So you don't have to take a huge leap, just take that small step in the direction that you want to grow and make your life better. Thank you so much, Ms. Dana.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, a new year will not change your life, right? That decision that you make, that will do. And as you very well say, right? Staying where you are, it's a decision. It's a choice, but so is becoming someone new. So if you are ready to explore maybe what a different version of you could look into 2026, if you are here listening to us, it's not an accident, right? Everything happens with a reason. So we invite you to connect with any of us, send us a message, ask your question, join our free session, and simply learn what's possible. There is no pressure, no expectation, but get some clarity. And then you decide what to do next. We will be here to help you if you decide that this is for you. So thank you, everyone, for being here with me today. It's already 40 minutes since we talked, so thank you. Appreciate everyone's time. And I hope to see everyone safe and sound and happy, and to the next live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so